I'm Brandon McMillan, and for 7 years I had the awesome job of finding new forever families for over 150 lucky dogs. Today, watch along with me as I revisit one of my favorites, a 6-year-old poodle who learned to move past a previous dog attack. And then we'll reconnect with Max and his adopters, Jim and Judy Hindman, and learn how their special bond with Max has completely transformed their lives. This is Lucky Dog Reunions. The shelter just contacted me, and they say they have what appears to be a 6-year-old male miniature poodle who was turned into the shelter by his family. Apparently, he was also turned in with his brother, and according to the shelter, just a few days ago, his brother was adopted, leaving this little guy in the cage all alone. And now the shelter is seeing a big difference in his personality. Being surrendered and put into a shelter is terrifying enough for a dog. But in the case of Max, he at least had his brother to rely on for companionship while he was in there. Well, that all changed. I've seen this have detrimental consequences for dogs when this happens. Such was the case for this boy.
6-year-old Max is desperate to get out of his cage, but he quickly warms up to Brandon.
Come sit in. Come here. Let's get acquainted. Come here. I know, it's not fun in here. Something else I noticed as we were walking out of the shelter was the fact that he had an old scar with sutures still sticking out of his skin. They weren't properly taken out. So this boy has a history.
Brandon takes Max to the vet to have sutures that were never taken out removed. Back at the ranch,
Come here. Try it on.
Max officially becomes a lucky dog in training.
That right there is your official uniform. Come on, let's go read the pack. All right, go on. Go play. Welcome to the Lucky Dog Ranch. When Max was in the play yard, I noticed that he was really friendly. He got along with every dog that was around his size. The second he was approached by a larger dog, he showed instant aggression. I can't tell you if that's why he has that scar on his body. All I can tell you is if he starts a fight with a dog 5 times his size, there's a good chance they would put him in the hospital.
Brandon removes Max from the yard and works on a plan to address his aggression. Meanwhile, there's a couple in Menifee, California, hoping to add another dog to their family.
I'm Judy, and I teach 4th grade.
I've been in college basketball from junior college to NCAA Division I and II programs.
At the center of their lives is their miniature poodle, Greta.
Greta is our little girl doggy. She's a little bit over 15 years of age. She and her brother Nicholas, they were litter mates. They're their actual brother and sister.
When they got a little bit older, Nicholas got cancer, and he went in for a surgery and wasn't able to wake up.
Not only was Nicholas's passing hard on Jim and Judy, but it deeply affected Greta.
We found that separation anxiety started to set in. She started having an erratic eating pattern. She's not as playful. She doesn't sleep as well.
Jim and Judy specifically want to get a companion for Greta. But before Max can be anyone's companion, Brandon has to address his aggression toward large dogs.
The biggest problem with aggression is there's never a guarantee. Obedience is easy. I can guarantee after a session I can get a dog to sit or lie down or stay, but I can't ever make a guarantee that I can stop a dog's aggression. He feels the need to defend himself whenever he sees big dogs. There's 2 basic categories you can put aggression in, and that's offensive and defensive. Offensive aggression, these dogs tend to be the most difficult to deal with. And although it's never a guarantee, defensive aggression is a lot easier to deal with. But I do have to slowly form a game plan to get it done. Max has to understand that all big dogs are not going to do what that one big dog in the past did to him. And the way you do this is through a process known as counter-conditioning, where you expose the dog time and again to the thing that they are scared of the most. So I hook Max up on a double leash lockoff. This is for control and safety for him. Right next to him, I have another dog. From there, I start giving the dogs treats, one at a time. The dog I have next to him is not reactive to other dogs when they go after him. It would be very irresponsible of me to put a dog that is reactive if Max went after him. When you're working with a rescue, you don't know their history. It's a big guessing game of what happened in their past. In the case of Max, I don't know for sure that he was attacked by a bigger dog, but it makes a lot of sense given the fact that Max does not like big dogs and he feels the need to defend himself when he sees them. But I can't just stop at the reprimand. I have to make sure that I follow it up with positive reinforcement when he's being obedient for a few seconds. It's very important that when you teach a dog what not to do, you follow it up and show them what they're supposed to do. Nope. I see he's being calm and cool for about 20, 30 seconds at a time, and from that point, I reward him. Good. There you go. Nice.
Max learns to see the dog next to him as a friend, not a foe.
Good. Good boy. You learning, finally?
Brandon suspects that 6-year-old Max was once bitten by a large dog. Due to the evidence of a scar on his body and his aggression toward large dogs. With the help of some gentle giants, Max is learning that he doesn't need to fear big dogs.
Good boy. So Max has now learned that the aggression is what I don't want.
With Max making good progress, Brandon sets up a video conference with Jim and Judy Heineman to see if they're a good match for him.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Brandon. Hey, Brandon.
How are you? We started talking, and it didn't take long for them to get into their dog, Nicholas.
A rather sophisticated surgery had to take place, and unfortunately, he never awakened from the anesthesia, and it's believed that sometime during the procedure a blood clot formed.
And now their only dog left, Greta. They see her personality has completely changed because obviously she's lost her brother. What kind of dog are you looking for? Paint me a picture of the ideal dog you'd like to see in your house.
We do like the Poodle or the Poodle mix. They're very intelligent. That's what we enjoy is the intelligence.
It really comes down to we want that ideal companion to be great for Greta.
I did rescue a dog recently, and he does sound like he fits the profile exactly what you're looking for. He is a miniature poodle. He looks a lot like your little one there. He seems to be a good dog in most areas. However, when I introduced him to a pack of dogs, the only few that he didn't get along with were the big dogs. It's always a hard sell when I tell somebody I have a great dog, but there's one big problem. Most people do not want a problem dog. They don't want a dog that comes with some form of aggression. But Jim and Judy weren't fazed at all when I told them about Max's aggression. They're very experienced dog people, and in their minds, it's nothing they haven't dealt with. So when I heard that, I was feeling much better about them.
Brandon does his assessment of his knowledge of the 7 common commands: sit, stay, down, come, off, heel, and no.
You like treats, don't you? There you go. Can you sit? Oh my gosh, you can. The first thing I asked out of him was to sit, and he sits perfectly for me. Can you go down? Then everything starts going downhill quickly. How about a stay? Do you stay? Why am I not convinced you really know this? You're just staying there because you're frozen. How about a come? Do you come? Do you come? That confirms it. Do you heel? I don't think you really know the heel. You're just not too much of a puller.
Now, Brandon takes the next step in addressing Max's aggression toward large dogs. Now that Max has had short sessions of being acclimated to larger dogs, it's time to extend those sessions. The daisy chain here is a simple game of follow the leader. All I do is I connect both dogs to a short leash, and then I walk the larger dog around, which then Max has to follow the large dog around. So it's a simple game of the large dog follows me and Max follows the large dog. It's just a different way to acclimate him to larger dogs, but in a longer session. Good boy, Max. Good. At Lucky Dog Ranch,
Come on, Samson.
Brandon has made great strides curbing 6-year-old Max's aggression toward large dogs. Max has also mastered all 7 common commands. And he's taken big steps toward preparing for life with his new family.
Good boy, get it, go on. Apparently Jim and Judy's old dog injured himself when he jumped off their bed. So they had a special request that I train Max to use steps when getting on and off couches or beds.
Before Max gets the full seal of approval to go to his new home, Brandon does one last test to see if he shows any aggression toward large dogs.
When I saw Max in the play yard with all the big dogs, it was a huge load off my mind. Is he perfect? No. Is he passable? Absolutely. Max has some serious PTSD from the past. Whatever happened to him, only he knows. My entire goal was to teach him that not all the big dogs out there are out to get him. And I think he definitely learned that lesson at the Lucky Dog Ranch.
When miniature poodle Max came to Lucky Dog Ranch, he showed signs of a traumatic past, both physically and emotionally. But with Brandon's help, he's learned to trust again.
It's been a long, bumpy road for Max, but today's a big day for him. It's the day he gets to meet his new forever family. When I walked Max into his new forever home, I had that little shred of doubt in the back of my mind, thinking to myself, what if he doesn't get along with his new sibling?
He looked up in those beautiful brown eyes of his.
Oh my goodness! Brandon, who's this?
He's just very lively and very happy and very uplifting. And I know that he will just be a great addition to our family.
Oh, come here. I'm your mommy.
I know. Just couldn't believe what I was seeing. You imagine it, you think about it, you wait for the moment, but thinking, imagining, and waiting for the moment isn't the same as the moment. It's better, and I couldn't have been happier.
He's got his paws around you.
I could tell right away that Max was a perfect fit for this family. But there was still one face missing from this equation, and suddenly she made her appearance. You could see Max's behavior is much different with small dogs, especially ones that look just like him. He feels comfortable, he feels safe, he does not feel threatened. At that point, I knew that I made the right decision.
I was so afraid that they wouldn't get along, and they just made up to each other.
Good boy.
Greta.
At that point, I had to switch gears a little bit and explain to them how I noticed Max's aggression during training. And although we've made huge progress on it, I told them to keep a close eye on it. He's gotten to the point now where it's very manageable, and he can be around big dogs as long as he feels that the big dogs are safe. But always remember, he's got a history. It's not as bright as what we think. It's a dark past. Is he a work in progress? Absolutely. But in his home, he's perfectly comfortable.
You know what, Max? You will get the best future from now on. You'll always be with us, and we'll never leave you. We love you. You're going to be spoiled. That's what we do. We spoil you. Okay, baby?
I knew that when I saw them all sitting there on the couch together, Max, he was home. I think you both can take it from here.
Yes, I'm sure we can. A lot of
He's all
love.
yours. Take care of him.
Thank you so much. We will. Adding Max to the family, that is amazing. We can get out and meet the world, get some exercise, get our cardiovascular pumping.
And in Greta, one of the things we witnessed right away was an upsurge in her energy level.
So long, Max. Be good. All right, guys.
Thank you.
Max and Greta each lost a sibling, but now they have each other.
It's been quite a number of years since I've seen him. It's going to be really interesting to hear how he's doing after all this time.
After surviving an attack by a big dog, Max was abandoned in a shelter and separated from his brother. Brandon helped Max manage the aggression he developed after the attack
There you go. Good.
and found Max a loving new home
Who's this?
with Judy, Jim, and their poodle, Greta.
Good boy, Max.
Today, after 7 long years, Brandon and Max are reuniting for the first time.
What are we all doing here?
Oh my goodness!
Goodness, Brandon,
Hello.
how you doing?
And who's this little one?
This is Daisy.
Giving me the greeting of the century.
Oh, Daisy. Yeah.
Well, let me sit down and get reacquainted.
It was amazing seeing Brandon again. I tell you, it has been 7 years since we have seen him, and he looks amazing.
How's Max doing?
Max is doing okay overall. His job at first was to take care of Greta, and when she passed, he didn't have a job anymore, and that just really affected him.
Yeah, the grieving was tough on him.
It was really tough.
So how long we had this little one?
About 2 years now. We met Daisy at a local shelter. We were invited to bring Max over to meet Daisy.
They put them together, and right immediately, they were bonded.
It was very clear to us that he wanted her to come with us. So Judy and I looked at each other and said, what Max wants, Max is going to get.
That's how it works. Sometimes it's not up to you, it's up to the dogs.
Yep. They bonded right away.
So in other words, he found his Greta.
Yes, and he does look after her. He's always watching her.
Yeah. Has his aggression gotten worse?
His aggression did get worse
Yeah, it did, didn't
after Greta died. Max had a very unique relationship with Greta. After Greta passed, there was a huge behavior change. He didn't know what to do. He didn't have anybody to look over. He was just angry, and he started biting. Just a little bit ago, I was trying to give him some water, and he nailed me.
Is that what that little mark is from?
Yeah.
There's a food aggression issue. If we were to place his hand inside his carrier, you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
You mind if I see it? I'll use my hand.
Sure.
Let's see if we can solve it. So why don't we get to the barn? I'm gonna test him with food aggression.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna bring a big dog in and see how he does, because it's obviously been quite a few years. So see if we can get this out of his system right now.
That sounds great.
Let's do it. Go ahead and get him on the pedestal.
Okay.
To keep things safe, Brandon has Judy hold Max's leash. He also puts a bite sleeve on to protect his hand.
I'm gonna see what he does. Okay. All right, so I'm not gonna pull away. I'm just gonna see how intense he's gonna be. I know, it's okay. Good boy. Good boy. There you go. All right, what I'm doing right now is called counter conditioning. Counter conditioning is where you expose the animal to what they're afraid of the most. And the more I expose him, the more I acclimate him, I'm desensitizing him to hands going near his bowl.
Brandon's efforts are already starting to pay off.
Now, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the glove. Same thing. Not everyone's out to get you. Good boy. He's starting to relax now.
Next, Brandon teaches Judy how to continue this training at home.
Not exactly those little lips
He's
up.
thinking about it.
You're thinking about it, I know.
And if he bites, your first instinct is to pull away, don't pull away. Good, good, good. Okay?
Okay.
Let's do it again.
Before too long, Judy is seeing progress as well.
I know you want to go after me, but you're not.
There you go. Good
That's
boy.
a good boy.
Good boy, Max.
Good job.
Finally, Brandon brings in his dog, Coda, to test Max's aggression toward big dogs.
Coda, stay. This is all fear aggression. Coda, stay.
But even after some time with Coda, Max remains on edge. So Brandon has an idea.
Pull her out of the room. Just walk out with her. I want to see if she's doing it. Oh, not so tough anymore. How you like that? He's protecting her.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Coda's not a threat.
No, she, oh.
Good boy, Max. It's okay.
After a productive session, the time has come to say goodbye.
Well, it's been great seeing you all again. It's amazing what 7 years does.
Yes.
And as far as Max goes, I want you to do a little bit every day. We just practice here. It's not going to be just some magical moment that's going to stop his aggression. But I promise you, if you do this every day for a few months, you're going to see a big improvement.
Thank you.
All right. Come on, I'll walk you out.
Judy and I are very grateful for Brandon and that he's provided us this information on how to handle Max and Daisy, and we're very pleased that he's still interested.
I just want to thank Brandon for inviting us up to the Lucky Dog Ranch, for giving us all the tools that we need, and for bringing Max into our lives. We know he can be a stinker, but we love him with all our hearts.
From hopeless to a home, that's my mission. One dog at a time.